Don't say that.
I should shut that off.
How do I not have
That's a fancy ringtone.
How do I have a
That's the
blue
stock
jersey and you have
ringtone.
white ones?
This is from 2018.
This is from 2000. Yeah, this is from the year before.
Don't I have one of those? I'm Mike.
I'm Adam.
I'm Nick,
You can say it.
and I'm playing in the 11-day power play.
We are all playing in the 11-day power play.
I thought, okay,
Sorry.
let's start over.
I'm Mike.
I'm Adam.
I'm Nick, and we're playing in the 11-day power play. We started the Purple Parrots, the beer league team that we played on.
One of the guys on the team was like, we're naming them the Purple Parrots. I'm like, wait, Legends of the Hidden Temple Purple Parrots? He's like, yeah.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
In quick fashion, no problem at all. Going on to the steps of knowledge of the Purple Parrots.
Literally Legends of the Hidden Temple. So I'm like, okay. I was playing pickup hockey in Batavia, and I sat down on the bench and looked at my buddy Ben, who I was out there with. I'm like, I am out of shape. I cannot catch my breath to save my life. Like 2 weeks after that, after a couple CT scans, that I had a lymph node in my chest the size of a pop can. That would explain why I couldn't catch my breath.
Once Mike got diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Hodgkin's lymphoma, I get it mixed up all the time.
Right, Nick.
I was inquiring with Amy and Mike about starting a team. We were a hockey family growing up, so it made the most sense to show us support from Mike while playing hockey.
I was diagnosed in February. I started treatment at the end of March. So it was basically, for me, it was just getting started as they were like, we're gonna play and we're gonna fundraise. And I'm like, cool, my brothers are playing hockey, must be nice.
I put it on social media, and it was the first time that people had heard, so they all were trying to show their support early. So Adam and I raised about $5,000 in the first day and a half.
When you guys were in the promo, was that 2 years ago?
3 years ago. I was sick, and Nick was, I think, right around #1 fundraising at that point, or getting close to it. It means a lot to see the amount of people that have donated and the amount of support. Nick getting the whole team together to play for 4 hours. I had no hair in that video. I standing there.
You're also big.
Yeah.
You're a big boy.
I gained 60 pounds during chemo. And it's funny because I talk to people, I'm like, I keep putting on weight, they're like, cancer patients lose weight. I'm like, thanks for pointing that out. I got it. That was at Shays. And I was like standing there sweating. I'm like, this is awesome, but I'm hot.
It's gonna be nice to go out there and support him with my team.
I couldn't play the first year. I sat in the last row of the bleachers, could barely walk up the stairs. I had no hair, I had no eyebrows.
You also had chemo the day before, I think.
2 days before, so I was like totally on the crash.
We played 8-on-8. It was a struggle.
That was
but
a long skate.
You look up at Mike, and it's like, well, that's the reason we're doing it, so I guess I'm gonna put my stuff back on.
So we sat there and watched. It was pretty entertaining, but it's like watching the fundraising numbers was more impressive and more shocking to me.
Both of them have come up with numerous different fundraisers, and the challenges of this year especially.
I literally said to Nick the one day, I'm like, I'm gonna try and do an online meat raffle on Facebook. He's like, you're crazy. I'm like, I know. I'm like, but think about it. I'm like, if we get 75 people to buy into this and we raise $1,000, it's another $1,000. Obviously the meat raffle's a little more involved than what we were doing for Corona Madness. The more tickets you guys buy, the more money we can donate to the 11-day power play. So first spin of the night, 3-pound package of hot dogs, 3 winners. 180 people later, we raised $7,000. And I'm like, this is insane.
Every dollar is worth its weight in gold to every one of the participants and the organizations that receive the money. But these guys both, when they do something, they take it all the way to the end. They're on YouTube or listening to podcasts, how to fundraise better, what they can do. He's done the in-person meat raffle and the golf outing that we do here.
We got more golfers because we ended up with 160 and raised about 9,000 this year.
The deal is if you hit the windshield, you get $100. You gotta try 3 times for $10 though. And if you get really close, we'll let you try 3 more times for another $10.
You got it! You got it! Oh!
We should just can the tournament and make it the 3rd annual windshield contest.
It's incredible to see that when they put their mind to something, that they really push the envelope of trying to come up with new ways of fundraising and keeping people involved.
I'm on Facebook from Nick Karl's tournament. Nicholas Karl's gonna pick the ticket $1,340 to the winner today. Thank you guys that bought tickets. There he is.
To see where the money was going and to see what you're supporting, and then to see him actually make it through.
6 months of chemo and cancer free at that point, and it doesn't bother me one bit to talk about it or that I had it or what I went through when I had it. But it's like we'll get to a point where we're out somewhere talking about a fundraiser and someone's like, I might have something else that day. I'm like, oh really? Did your other thing have cancer too?
So Mike guilted everyone.
I guilt everybody. I literally am like, so here's the deal. I had cancer, we're fundraising for Roswell, you need to help. Listen, I had cancer and you should donate money.
We are our best year yet so far, by far.
First year was 29,000. Second year was 43. This year we're at 71 plus.
Yeah, we might hit 75.
We're probably gonna hit 75. So I don't even know what to set the goal for next year.
Beat Chef Lucas.
Yeah, beat KTC.
Maybe we, at some point, will set a number or set a goal of when our team's gonna hit $1 million, because we've already hit $100,000 in 3 years, and it just seems like it's just going up and up and up.
Every time, okay, it's time to start fundraising, okay, we're gonna go play hockey. It's a reminder of where I was when this all started for the three of us.
We wanna make our community the best we can make it for everybody involved, and to not have people go through what our brother went through, and at the end, maybe someday, like he said, people don't have to go through that.
Look at what Camp Good Days does, what Make-A-Wish does, and obviously Roswell. And someday someone's going to cure cancer. It's probably going to happen in that facility in Buffalo because of what they do. If it's a donation, if it's playing hockey, if it's helping raise money. It's easy when you look at where the money's going and to know what you could be a part of someday.
Purple Parrots pulled it out at the last second. Miraculous comeback by the Purple Parrots. We got it. That was excellent.
Is it okay to say I'm going to wear Heelys when we're playing street hockey? Not built for running.